Hey, afternoon, y'all. How y'all doing? It's a Fair Catch Sports Show live for you on another Monday afternoon. Sorry for the late start. There's some technical difficulties and still trying to get over this holiday, getting back to regular routine. So, yeah, I apologize. But hopefully everybody's having a good day so far. It's a victory Monday for the Bears. So, yeah, here we are to talk about it. And, what I'm saying, we are officially back to three-person show. So hey, back. You know what I'm saying? Uh, how's everybody feeling today? How y'all feeling?
Man,
Uh, like money. It was a good weekend.
uh,
Finally beat the Packers. Thank you, Lord. like, it was good. It was good. No, playoffs are starting next weekend. The Bears are starting their head coaching interviews. Couldn't get any better than it already is right now. So
Yep.
that's how I feel.
How you feel, Zay?
I'm so happy they beat them. Oh my God, man. That's a good way to cap off a season. That's a good not only a good way to cap off the season, but it's a good way to, get a good start to 2025 with some of those guys in there that truly needed that win.
They did. Yeah, yeah. It was important for the team, man. That was a morale boost going into the
For sure.
off season after losing 10 in a row. Like you one loss away from tying a record. So yeah, they needed that bad. You know what I'm saying? Really, really bad.
Hey, Thomas Brown is 1-0 against the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, that's
Actually,
true.
actually, actually, he's 2-0 because he beat them when they were with the Panthers last year
Yeah, they just couldn't snap they couldn't
as
get the
his
snap off in
OC.
time.
But as a head coach, he's 1-0. As an OC,
Yeah.
he was 1-0 last year when the Panthers beat Green Bay.
Should be 3-0 in total
He,
against them.
Three and
well,
zero.
he
Yeah,
wasn't the head coach when he played the first time. So
I'm saying 3-0 just against Green Bay in general because of the block field
oh
goal kick, and then they couldn't get the snap off in time. They wasted like 5 extra seconds in
mhm.
with the Panthers, and he couldn't get the snap off in time.
So I'm glad that you know what I'm glad you said that because we can obviously see that they learned from that finally. I mean, it took them
Yeah,
all.
man, Lord, that time management was beautiful. To see Caleb call a timeout, I said yes. He learned how to use a timeout.
Time
Great.
out.
You weren't
Yeah,
set. You didn't know what the play was going to be run. Call a timeout. It was
right.
beautiful. It
And then
was
he was
beautiful.
confident in what he saw. He saw. You
Yep.
had three people. You had three by one. You know what I'm saying? He
Yep.
looking at DJ the whole time like, you know what's up. And it's like,
Right.
which
Come
is
make this
funny because
play.
I don't understand. And I'm still like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching it and I'm looking at him talk to DJ for like 5 to 7 seconds. I'm like, is Green Bay special? Do
That's
y'all
what I'm
got
Yes,
something
saying.
he's
yes,
doing?
they are.
Why, why would
Because
they
the
play?
crazy thing is, after they called the timeout, they set up the exact same formation again. I'm like,
No,
Green Bay
what they did,
stupid.
they had when they came back out after he took that timeout, they
Yeah.
went and complete prevent coverage because they was thinking in their head the Bears don't have enough time to get the pass through and to spike it. That like that's I think that's what Matt LaFleur was thinking. So then that's when they moved to three high safeties in the back going into prevent coverage. I just don't understand how they could have possibly thought that they wouldn't have had you allowed them to get the ball with 50 seconds on the clock. And then when they had
Exactly.
that play, you should have played it like a normal down. I don't understand why
Right. That's
he
what
wanted to
Seattle
prevent
did.
coverage.
Why
If
would
you
you let
remember,
it
that's what
happen?
Seattle did Thursday night, right? When we had the ball at the end of the fourth quarter, Seattle's just like, we don't care if it's 10 seconds or 15 seconds. We send in the house. And guess what? They sent
Yeah.
the house and Caleb threw a pick. They
Well,
didn't
yeah,
care.
okay. So if you look at it, right? So let's stark differences, right? So you look at that. The Bears had what, 16 seconds left to go three highs. Like, why would you do that when you know they were on the edge of field goal range and just
Right.
gave them an extra what 12 yards? What
Yeah.
like you just helped Cairo out. Like, come on, you know what
That's
I'm
like
saying?
that Hail Mary play, bro. It's like, bro, why would you give him a free 12 yards to even
But
set up a potential Hail Mary play? Like, what are
right.
you doing?
But then Detroit last night, they knew Minnesota had to throw the ball. What they do? Cover zero. Oh,
Cover
you ain't
zero.
all off. You ain't getting this off. We not even gonna, if you get it off and complete it, oh well, we'll take it. It is
Right,
what it
we'll
is.
take, and they were talking about that all last night. Okay, we still gonna play cover zero. If you get a 10, 12, 15 yard completion, okay, we'll take that. But you ain't scoring. And guess what? They only scored 9 points. The
Nine
kicker
points.
gave
Angeloni
them
had a
three
good
free.
game.
And then
Yeah,
the
who had a good
Vikings
game?
gave.
Angeloni is probably the reason they was able to shut down the passing
Well,
game
I
so
mean,
much.
when
He was great.
Vikings kicker decides to give him a 3 free points at the
Yeah.
before the half, this dude kicked it out of bounds, put him at the 40. All they had to do was pick up 12 yards, and guess what? Bam, timeout, kick the 3 points before going in the half. And that's exactly what they
Minnesota was
did.
overwhelmed yesterday. That's just
Minnesota was not ready
they
for
were
that
not
big
ready.
stage yesterday. They were
They were
not.
not ready. They were not ready for that game. They showed it. But back to the Bears Packers, I
They
think
might
that
lose in the playoffs to Tampa Bay.
yeah,
To
we're gonna
be
talk about
honest,
that. Yeah,
They played the Rams.
we'll get to that because we ain't
they
got to
play
stay
the
long on the
Rams. Oh
Bears.
yeah, the Rams.
Yeah, the
They
Rams.
still
Yeah,
might lose to the Rams too, though,
and it's in L.A.
because of
So
inexperience, not because they're not the better team on paper, but because of inexperience.
hmm
But we'll get to that.
yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a little bit. We're gonna run down the Bears real quick. Go through that. But I think the Bears. Uh, the game went about how the season been going. Slow starts. You know, thank God for the punt return because otherwise it was nothing.
Man,
You know what I'm
we
saying?
actually probably would
Like
have lost.
right. Thank God for. So
So
to me, it was a complete team win. You know what I'm
yes,
saying? Yeah.
oh for sure.
Okay. Yes, Caleb beat the
Kudos to the
Packers, but it
defense for
wasn't it.
playing too the last 2 weeks as well.
I'm not gonna say Caleb beat the Packers. I say the Bears beat the Packers with Caleb's help. So, because to me it was a
Caleb
clean.
tell, but I felt like Caleb didn't even really play that well. Like he had his moments. I don't mean like he played terrible, but I felt
No, I don't.
like he
No,
played he
I'm
played.
responding to Mac's comment. That's all. That's all it is.
Oh,
I'm not
Caleb beat the
going that
Packers.
far.
I mean, the team beat the Packers. I feel
Right.
like
That was
Caleb
a
was
team win.
okay.
That was a
Yeah,
team
Caleb
win.
was
I
okay.
think I
I've seen
think when
better
it
from Caleb. That shouldn't be your standard. Like, oh,
I
he
think
beat the Packers. No, the
What you
I,
finna
team
say?
did because
What
I
you saying?
think
Caleb's played better and he knows he can play better. So,
What you
I
saying, Zach?
think I think when it matters the most, and this I might be in a minority in this, depending on the situation, you gotta have those from a quarterback. The
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
stats didn't look good. That's just the way it is.
hmm
But at the end of the day, you gotta come out there and you gotta go out there and play. You gotta play ball. It
So,
was I think a lot of guys in that game. The defense played good. I think
hmm
the offense it was a little shaky, but when it matters the most, he came out there and he did what he had to do.
you need all 11. See, that's the thing with football. You need all 11 players to do their job. So
yep,
it don't matter what Caleb does. If the offensive line don't block, if DJ don't catch the ball, if Keenan don't catch the ball, if Rome don't catch the ball, if Komet ain't blocking good, none of that matters. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we
facts.
can say Caleb. Yeah, Caleb absolutely orchestrated that last drive, and I was glad that he did that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, kudos to him.
Right,
All the
because all of his
congratulations to
other
him.
They all
drives
play good
have
together.
But at the
all
same
of his
time,
other drives have been blunders.
the
So,
offensive line did their job. Let's be for real.
hey,
On that
wait,
Yeah.
last drive,
wait,
Yeah,
they
sacked
wait a
came
one
through.
time
second,
the whole game.
Julius, you mean to tell me the offensive line gave Caleb the chance
Yes,
to
absolutely,
perform at a moderate level?
absolutely.
Get one
That's
sack in that
I
whole
don't.
game.
I seen somebody still talking about like even after the game they still like yeah Caleb did all this with the terrible O line. What terrible O line are y'all looking at? I'm not
Like
saying
they
they
only gave
good.
up one sack the whole game. That's really,
They are
really
not
good.
terrible. We got to
And
stop
and
this
I love
terrible
that
narrative.
Caleb came out and said that most of the sacks were on him because, to be
Oh
honest,
yeah,
they are.
man.
Okay,
Yes,
most of
I'm
them
so
were. I think I saw a graphic. 46% of them were on him.
on him.
That's
Yeah.
almost half,
Yeah,
right?
they
See,
played good
So
yesterday.
and here's my thing with Caleb. My respect for him grew a whole lot just by him doing that. Because at the
yeah,
same time,
exactly.
he could have easily just not said nothing or threw the offensive line under the bus and said, "Nah, it ain't on me." But when the reporter tried to basically throw the O line under the bus, he said, "No, no, 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 hold on, dog. A lot of them on me. That ain't them." Like all this narrative that they bad and all that is false. And I'm glad that he said that because to
Me
me
too.
that was the next step. Because remember
Mm-hmm.
last week we talked about the leadership.
Yep.
He was forced upon the team, in my opinion. Right? I feel like he was forced upon the team instead of letting him grow. But now Caleb showed Caleb showed me something that he said in the Pivot podcast. So remember the Pivot podcast, he was talking about the whole apartment thing. He
Yep.
showed that if you give him a little time, he can grow into that leader that you need him to be and that responsible adult. And that's what I saw. But y'all try to put him as a head honcho as soon as he walked through the door and not allow him to gain the respect of his teammates, the respect of the organization and people around the league, and let him show himself to who he really is. So in that moment when he said that about the offensive line, I was like, that's the Caleb I saw in that Pivot podcast. Confident that knew, hey, it's on me, but y'all not gonna be out here throwing dirt on my guys like you know what I'm saying? Like y'all like to do everybody else that's ever played quarterback for this team. And I'm glad that he had the what's the word I'm looking for? He recognized that there's something that's going on in our community, Bears community, and the Bears media, and he put a stop to it. Like, nope, it's on me. It's on me. I gotta be better. Yeah, his movement in the pocket helps, but he still took way too many sacks. Way
Mm-hmm.
too many. He shouldn't take that many.
I
And
mean,
he still
it's
get
just
rid of the ball as well. He's still holding on to the ball and putting himself in tenuous situations when he should be throwing the ball away. He got to work
and
on that.
and he even said that too when he was talking about it. He's like, a lot of the times I'm just not throwing the ball away. I'm waiting on a play to develop, and
Mm-hmm.
so I run into this pressure and I get sacked. And yeah, it goes against the offensive line, but really it should be going on me because I'm the reason that that sack even happened. So I really
Like you,
appreciated that. I
like
thought
you
that
can
was good.
see that. It's funny because I was just talking to T earlier. Me and him was talking for a while, and I see the game differently than I saw a year ago. You know what I'm saying? Here's a perfect example. So we watching the Minnesota game last night, and remember the first time they got in the red zone and Justin Jefferson, they tried to go three straight times. That first pass
Y-
where the
Yep.
DB
Yep.
almost picked it
Yep.
off. Did y'all know? Did nobody? I picked it up immediately, and my homeboy and his wife they're watching. I said, "Did y'all see that?" They said, "Do we see what?" So after they went through, I rewinded. I said, "Watch the DB's hips." And as soon as they was like, "How did you see that?" I said, "I don't even know how I saw it, but I think it's because I just have taken the time to learn and listen." And it was like my eyes immediately went to them two when the ball was hiked, and I saw it like in real time, which I would have never saw that before. You know what I'm saying? I saw that small detail, and I
Like
would
a
have never
lot
saw
of
that
the,
before.
and it's funny because watching the game yesterday, a lot of that pressure and sacks was on Sam Darnold, right?
It was,
Like
yeah.
the offensive line would give him time, and he either just didn't see the guy, overthrew the guy, or just completely missed the guy, like whiffed. Like
Mm-hmm.
there were times where like I'm seeing Justin or not Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison. Like there was a play they were in the red zone. Jordan Addison's just
Wide open.
nobody's over there. Nobody's on him within a 50-foot radius. He's wide open, and Sam Darnold takes a sack there instead of throwing it to Jordan Addison.
Did
And
you
I'm
see the
like,
Yes.
Did you see
And
wow.
then
that second
it don't
play?
help.
Oh, go ahead, Zay.
I was gonna say it don't help because he can barely even run. So if you stop him
Exactly.
from passing the ball, you pretty much got him cooked.
Bro, that
Mm-hmm.
second,
Yep.
the fourth down play. Did y'all know Jordan Addison was wide open for like at least 2 seconds,
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
and Darnold turned him down. Go back and watch it.
Yep.
If anybody that's really football aficionados, go watch it. Darnold, that was his first read. You can see he hiked the ball and looked to the right, and he turned
Right.
it
That was
down
his
and
first
looked for
read,
Jefferson.
and look for Jefferson. It's like he tried to force feed Jefferson, and I'm like, dude, they're giving you the other guys. They're giving you opportunities to feed the other guys. Like
Yep.
he did it. The crazy thing is he did that against the Bears, right? Remember when they took away Justin Jefferson? They left open Jordan Addison
Hawkinson,
and T.J. Hawkinson, right?
and
And
he
he
beat.
cooked. He was like, you know what? If you're just gonna keep giving me Jordan Addison and T.J. Hawkinson, I'll beat you that way then, and it's fine. And he did that. That's why I don't know why he didn't do that last night when I'm like, bro, they're giving you Jordan Addison all day. Literally, this man is him and that dude from Michigan State, Naylor or whatever his name is, Jalen Naylor.
Yeah,
He was running
Yep.
open too. And I'm like, dude, like they're giving you free opportunities, and you keep going back to the one guy.
yeah.
That credit to Meek Robinson because he played really good defense on Justin Jefferson. You're going
Play
back
his
to the
butt off.
one guy where he's getting defended pretty well tonight. Like it just
Yeah.
didn't make sense to me.
I don't. Yeah, you could see it was a concerted effort by Detroit to like we're not letting Jefferson beat us. I don't care who else.
Right. If you're gonna beat us with someone else.
Yeah, it's not gonna be Jefferson. We know because you know what I'm saying. They know he's one of the few guys that can beat you by himself. So that credit to them. Um, yeah, that was so that I just wanted to say that. But like back to the Bears Packers, like it was a full team win. I love that the defense really came. They wanted to show like, hey, look, man, we got one game left. We gonna give it our all, and they went. You know what I'm saying? They did what they had to do. You know what I'm saying? They took care of business. You know what I'm saying? I would have loved to see. I wish we could have seen Green Bay with Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs. I would love to see how that would have went. You know what I'm saying? But they still play good because what's the running back for Green Bay? What's his name? The other guy? That dude was running his
I
ass.
forget, but he was nice though. I forget that
Yo,
Wilson.
that
I
dude.
think his last name was or
Yeah,
whatever.
that dude was
That
running
dude
his
was
butt off.
cooking.
He was. I'm like,
But
man, but I
yeah,
did
Jordan
see a
Love. They
play
say
that.
he gonna be okay, so
Yeah, no,
he'll be back
I
for the
think they just were
playoffs.
saving. I think they were just saving them for next week.
Yeah,
That's
once he tweaked his elbow because he just hit his funny bone. Once that happened, they're like, "Yeah, you're done for the day. Like we don't need
yeah,
this win like that anyway." So they
yeah. They
probably finna
played.
get clapped first round anyway. They got to play Philadelphia.
They looked all out of sorts, man. It was bad. Like I saw Kraft. Is it Kraft? That's his name. The tight end,
Yeah,
Kraft.
Tucker
Like he,
Craft.
like when what's his name? Willis threw it to him in the flat, and instead of him trying to pick up the first down, like putting his head down and run straight for it, he tried to outrun Kyler Gordon. I'm like,
I
is you
hate
stupid?
people like
Why
that,
would
bro.
you
I
do
Yeah,
don't
that?
he
Like,
understand.
I'm
I'm
we
like,
like,
we
dude. I'm like,
we
dude.
don't
Know where the first down marker is and run past the
yeah
sticks.
we
Like, what are
we
you doing?
we don't call him Tucker Craft. We call him Takia Craft.
like bro, like I. Why would you try to outrun Kyler Gordon? Run him over. I was like, what is he doing, bro? You left the Bears
Acting
off
a
the hook,
fool,
bro.
Hey,
bro.
hey
But
Julius.
it's
Yeah.
Green Bay. They don't think. This is why they wear cheese on their head. They don't think.
Hey,
What's up, Zay?
hey Julius, I tell you what, the funniest thing I done seen recently is when Kirby Joseph mocked Tucker Craft's name. Was the funniest stuff I done
What'd he say?
seen. It was
And
hilarious.
guess
He called him
what? Kirby
Takia
Joseph got
Craft.
that interception on Tucker Craft too. It was beautiful.
Yeah, he did.
He got that interception on Tucker Craft too. It was great.
Yeah. So I'm glad. So the Bears, congratulations to them. We're not gonna stay on them long because hey, they did what they had to do. Cairo sealed the game winner.
Bro,
Congratulations
he
to the Bears.
almost missed, and you're lucky he made that because I would have started screaming. I would have started screaming. I would have been like,
You know
no,
what? Here's the thing.
oh my
I wasn't
god.
worried about him missing because that's how most of his kicks go. Cairo don't get a lot of air under his kicks.
I
He
was
don't.
just like, he
Yeah,
lucky
he
So for
that
got
we.
air
me,
on that
he,
kid.
he got yeah, but for me that's a normal for him. Like I wasn't worried about it because that's how he normally kicks his ball. Like, and that's
He
what
almost missed it. That's all I know,
he was
and it would
well.
have been
I knew he
problems.
was gonna make it when he
It would
got
have
it
been
off. I was like, he
problems.
gonna make it.
Yeah, when it first went up, it kind of curves to left, and then it just straightened out. I saw, yeah, that's good. Game. I said, game. We can.
I say he
And
lucky he made
immediately
that
when he
today, cause
and,
I'm still putting out kicker reports anyway. I've already
Nah,
done
yeah,
two. I
when
will
he
do a
got it
third one.
off, I knew he had it. I
I'm
knew he wasn't
still
gonna miss
doing
that
kicker
kick.
uh
I I hope he works on his leg
draft
strength.
reports.
I hope he works on his leg strength this all season because I like Cairo because I don't worry about when he come in the game. I'm like, well, I'm 99% certain he gonna make it. I didn't
I
feel that
worry
way
about
about
him 50
what's my name?
plus.
What's my man name? Who was the one before him? The couple before him. Them couple of guys. I was like, yeah, when they came off the
Cody Parkey.
Eddie
Eddie Pinheiro was
Pinheiro.
actually decent though.
Eddie was decent, but then he started missing. It was like his confidence went to ground.
Yeah, that's all
Yeah,
that was. Eddie was
Eddie
decent.
wouldn't have
Like
made
for the
that kick.
No,
first
Eddie wouldn't make that. Nope.
for the first couple months he was decent. So
Yeah, but then he missed, and that was it. His
you're
confidence.
right. Once he started missing though, that was right.
His confidence was
But
gone.
hey, he cooking in Carolina though.
Yeah. Carolina
Yeah,
with a comeback win.
yeah.
Hey,
Bryce Young,
Carolina,
y'all.
Bryce playing
Carolina went
good.
on a heater. I said Bryce Young had 5 touchdowns yesterday. I said, yo, like
Bryce
what the
Young, bro.
Bryce? Bryce out here cooking. I'm happy for Bryce. I like
So
Bryce
much for
Young
all that.
actually.
So much for all that bus talk. Cause
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie though. That means they're only like 1 or 2 picks ahead of us. So that's kind of nice, I guess.
yeah, I think Canellis is doing a really great job with him. And next
I
season,
think
like
he needed that benching though. Real talk.
yeah,
I think he needed that benching. Like I was kind of mad at it at first because I'm like, this doesn't make any sense.
Mm.
But turned out to be the best thing for him. So I'm happy for him.
they're gonna
I'm
be
glad
they're
he's
gonna be they're gonna
cooking.
be tough next year, man. I
Yeah. Oh, for sure. They got 5 wins this year. I think if you get a couple, they need defense bad. That's part of their problem. They have the offense now. It seems like they got the offense part figured out. They know how to put up points. They need defense
defense,
though.
yeah,
Like they
yeah.
need somebody to be able to stop a nosebleed because they could put up 30 points, but then they'll also give up 30 points, and
Abdul
Mm-hmm.
that's
Carter.
been their problem. That's
You
been
said
their
who?
problem. Yeah, I
Abdul
can see that
Carter.
for the. My
Abdul
brother
Carter.
won.
Yeah,
So, fun fact
yeah.
of the day: my brother was born in South Carolina, so he's a Panthers fan. He wants them to take Tetero McMillan, but I'm like, y'all need
I would
defense.
not do that.
Like, I'm like, y'all need defense. I'm like, I get it. You like the splat because Leggett's been inconsistent. Coker's been nice for them though. Their UDFA Jalen Coker, he's been nice. Adam Thielen's
Yeah.
on the other side of 30, so they do need another receiver,
They do
but
need
they
that.
need defense more, in my opinion, more than they need a receiver. They need to be looking at Abdul Carter or that dude from Georgia who I really liked, Michael Williams or whatever his name is. He was
Yeah,
the
that
only one
guy.
that showed up in that Notre Dame game. I really
Man, don't
liked
even
him.
get me started about that stupid old game.
But
So, but
no,
so
he was the only one that showed up in that game, and I really liked what
yeah.
he did. So I
So
think
I
he
didn't.
should get some consideration there
Yeah,
too. But or Mason Graham for
I
them too.
didn't.
They need a lot on
They need
defense.
a lot. They need a lot.
The
Yeah.
best player available on defense. That's who they should take if they're the Carolina
They
Panthers.
cannot. If Mason Graham falls in them, they cannot let him go past him. Period.
Don't even get me
Pair
Cannot.
started
him
on
with
that game.
Horn. Well, if Mason Graham's there, I think he
That's what I'm
might be
saying. He
gone.
makes it there. He you cannot
If
let
he
him pass
doesn't make it
Yeah,
there and Will Johnson's there, they should take Will Johnson to
we
pair
can
with
hang
J.C. Horn. That would be crazy.
I'm telling you right
That
we
would
can
now.
be
hang up that
crazy.
pipe dream because we not getting no Mason Graham.
Don't
Hey,
say
I'm
that
telling you
near
right
me.
now. Hey, I'm
Don't
telling you
say
right
that
now.
near me.
If Mason Graham falls to the Bears, they better be running to
That
the
they
podium.
better run to the podium, bro. If I
Run.
hear a name other than Mason Graham and Mason Graham's available, I will cry. I will
And
cry.
speaking of defensive line, can we start with the whole? We should have got Jalen Carter. I need some of y'all. They
Please.
and all that.
We didn't have the
Please,
infrastructure for Jalen Carter. Let's
hold,
keep
hold
that a
on,
bug.
hold on. I need some of y'all to go do some research. It's easy. It's a Google search, and you can go on Pro Reference and Google and compare them. You know, Jalen Carter had over 200 more snaps than him, and they numbers ain't that far off. They
Then
not that
who?
far off. Then Gervon.
Hmm.
And think about it. The Eagles are a playoff ready team. They have
Shoot, they a
dog
Super Bowl caliber team.
Super Bowl caliber team, and he plays next to Jordan Davis again. What did we say last week, Zay?
And
Jordan
Nolan
Davis is
and
what?
Smith. Nolan
He
Smith,
played
right?
next to he got two of the best. He got another defensive tackle that's quick and agile like him.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna end up hitting free agency, but he's playing really good too. But
And
that's
Nolan.
besides the point. He got Nolan Smith, and he basically got a whole Georgia front seven.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so again, I'm not taking nothing from Jalen Carter because he did do the work. But again, if y'all just do the research, Gervon's numbers almost the same as his with 200 less snaps. So let that sink in.
Right, because he missed what, a game or so?
Well, yeah. So again, we ain't missing nothing with Jalen because in
No.
my opinion, Jalen benefits from having a defensive line like the Eagles. You think he was gonna be able
Right.
to come here and take off plays?
No.
Ain't no
If
way.
if you could get a guy like Graham to pair with Gervon Dexter, I'm telling y'all, like y'all think Billings and Dexter is insane? Dexter with Graham would be like times 5, maybe
Just
times 10.
and people forget that Billings got hurt halfway through the season. So imagine
Yep,
had Dexter had Billings the whole season, his numbers would have been really up.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. And you put Graham there instead of Billings, I'm telling you times 10.
Yes. Yeah, y'all.
Like
We got to stop
that's
looking
insane.
at other guys and not really doing a deep dive because
Now,
y'all are missing it, man, for real.
now I will say, I watched closely because now that I'm in draft mode, I'm watching the trenches.
Hmm.
Kelvin Banks definitely is my offensive tackle number one.
Hmm.
Definitely for sure. He's tackle one for me. I watched him against the ASU or Arizona State, right? Yeah, he's like his footwork technique, like bro, I was literally drooling at the mouth watching Kelvin
Yeah.
Banks. And
Watch
this
him. Watch
man
him.
is injured. He's not even 100%. He's
What you
not even
think, Zay?
100%.
You think he number one?
And
He's still number
and
one
Watch
for
he
the
him.
board?
still is head and shoulders above everybody else, in my
Watch
opinion.
him. Watch him up against us. And he got swarmed by number 13 and 11.
Yeah, but that's dude's a different dude. That guy's
Yeah, I
different.
get it though.
He's like
He's
that's
he's a out of all the tackles I've watched, I don't know. He's definitely offensive tackle number
that's
one
the
for
but
me.
that's how I look at it, right? Okay, yeah, you might get overwhelmed by one
He
guy,
needs
but
to
if you
work
can
on his
handle,
foot quickness. That's what it
yeah,
is. Like his foot quickness isn't the best, so he gets beat sometimes by guys like that because his foot quickness isn't the greatest. But you could coach that. If you could get his foot quickness up to snuff, pretty much everything else is there. The hand technique, the footwork. It's just getting that quickness down, and I think a little bit of strength because he might need a little bit of strength, against bigger guys. But
yeah, I don't worry
he's
about the
pretty
tackle.
much for me a plug and play left tackle day one,
Mhm.
and I don't say that about a lot of rookie tackles
Yeah, nah, you know,
because a
but that's
lot of them are raw.
so that's why I like Darnell Wright. Like Darnell Wright,
He was
he
another
had his
one. He
struggles.
was ready to play day one. Yep.
He had his struggles against elite guys like Miles Garrett, but who else don't struggle against Miles Garrett? And guess what? The one thing y'all didn't realize is he went a whole lot of one on one with Miles Garrett by himself when they played him. He wasn't
Yep.
getting no help. It was one on one. So Miles Garrett usually gets double and triple team. They put Darnell Wright on the island by himself. Said block this big son of a gun. And it's like nobody realized that. Like he was blocking him one on one majority of that game. And Garrett didn't. He got what 1 sack, but that really
Yeah.
was. I mean, that's because he made a hell of a move. And it's like, well, what you want him to do? Like, hey, that's gonna happen. Did y'all see the move? Who was that? Not just Darius Smith. Who on the left side for the Lions? Is it the Lions? No,
Taylor
no. Sorry.
Decker. Taylor Decker.
It was
Penny Sewell.
Greenyard. It was Greenyard. Did y'all see that move Greenyard put
Bro,
on my
it
boy?
didn't
I
it
seen
didn't
it.
matter what side he was on. Jonathan Grenard had a day. Okay?
Bro,
He
did
even
y'all
cooked
see that?
Penny Sewell. And we all know how good Penny Sewell is, right? He even cooked Penny Sewell. I said, bro,
When he
you gotta
had
give
that
it to
first sack,
Jonathan Grenard.
when he had that first sack, he waited till Decker put his hands on him and
Yep.
spent off. I said, "Oh my goodness! Oh, that
Yep.
was beautiful." I
Decker
said,
got
"God,
cooked last night. I said, dog, like, you ain't
it's
even try. There was one play he ain't even try. He just let the dude walk right through him, bro. I was like, dang,
bro." I said, "People don't realize how like he set him up. He knew it was coming. He let Laporta chip him, and he knew Decker where his hands were gonna be. As soon as he touched that mark, I said, spent." I said, "Oh my goodness, that is amazing.
bro. That
That
was
was dope."
crazy.
I said, "Yeah, this is." But see, and I didn't even realize that the Bears didn't even take a look at it. I'm like, what is Ryan Poles looking at, man? Like, who are you using to evaluate talent? Like, this guy's
I
good.
think, I think for me, Calvin Banks. I think a good comp for me for Calvin Banks would be a mix between Teron Armstead and Laramie Tunsil.
Mm.
Yeah, Laramie Tunsil.
Both of them elite tackles, so hey, that's nice.
Yeah, they're elite tackles. Like they had the similar problems, which was more of it was like foot quickness and like
Mhm.
speed and strength. But once they got that coached into them, they became like the elite of the elite.
Right.
Like Kelvin Banks has that potential if coached properly and
Mm.
given the tools to succeed. He's a dog. He's nice. I really liked his tape a lot. Him and
Yeah.
Jake Majors, I'm telling y'all right now, watch Jake Majors. That dude is gonna be a steal, bro. The center for Texas, Jake Majors. I'm telling y'all right now. Learn that name. You will
Hmm.
love that name. Jake Majors.
Yeah.
He's coming out this year. He's a center for Texas.
Mhm.
His footwork, technique, oh, It's like A plus. It's
Mm,
like A plus, bro.
nice. So
It's A
yeah, as
plus.
y'all see on the screen, we Bears off season. So they set up interviews. They request interviews for Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson and what's the guy name from
Vance
Arizona
Joseph,
and
Mike Kafka,
the guy from Arizona. I forget. I don't know how to say his last name.
Drew Penson.
Pitts. Yeah, that guy.
Drew Penson.
So there you go. I think Anthony Vrabel supposed to interview this week as well. I think they had him already
Believe
scheduled,
so.
right? Yeah, I
Believe
think
so.
he's already scheduled. So there you go. That's the list of the guys that they're looking at. Obviously, we haven't heard if Thomas Brown when his interview is, but I'm sure
Right, we haven't heard,
get a
but
look.
polls did confirm that he will get a formal interview with the
Yeah.
Bears. So he's
So that's
part
what
of the
it is.
list as well. So
That is eight guys. If I'm thinking correct, is that eight?
yeah, something like
Yeah,
that, 7 or 8.
like that. So 7 or 8. So 7 or 8 guys that are interviewing.
Yep.
I don't know how they gonna feel because I saw a tweet about it, but I didn't see it no more. But I'm sorry, not Vrabel, but the Raiders are said to be trying to make a push for Vrabel along with the Patriots. So is
Obviously not.
Vrabel
It
is your
sounds
guy?
like no. It got released by Antonio Pierce that he's told he's coming back next year for
Oh, well,
2025.
never mind then. Oh, I didn't see that. I haven't been on Twitter today, so I missed it.
Yeah, he's
Well,
back.
okay.
He was wearing a '90s vintage starter jacket for the Raiders. It was clean though too. I was like, dang, bro, I'm not even a Raiders fan, but I might have to cop that. That was looking
You know
clean.
what, man? I'm so glad they
He
did
was.
that. Thank you.
Me too.
Thank
I
you.
tweeted about it. I said I'm so glad they're keeping Antonio Pierce. He's a good coach. Let
He's
him
not
get
the
his
problem.
quarterback. Let him fill out the rest of the roster because it's an okayish roster. It's actually pretty decent. You have a star in Jacoby Myers. Get another receiver to pair with him and Brock Bowers, and you got a decent receiving core.
They got defense. They got a good defenders too. They got
They got
Max
a good
Crosby. They
defense
got my
once you
man.
get
What's the
Crosby
corner?
back.
What's the corner
Spillane is
name?
there. Trayvon Merrick, Nate Hobbs. Like they got a decent
They
defense.
got a decent team,
Uh,
man. They got a decent team. Decent team.
if they could get the quarterback play right, like a decent quarterback,
Mm-hmm.
they'll be set for the most
Well,
part.
okay
I
then.
think
Well,
they could be a decent to fringe playoff team. If they could get the quarterback, whatever they do, draft, free agency, whatever, they get the quarterback right, I think the Raiders could be a decent to
Yeah.
fringe playoff team.
so the
It
Raiders.
depends on
So
what they do.
we should be on the lookout for the Raiders trying to trade up because they are what?
Yeah, I
What
think
pick are they? What pick are they?
Yeah, right.
they back down like 6.
I think they 6. I think.
Yeah, they is.
6? So I think they should. I think what they should do: go after a free agent quarterback and then draft a quarterback,
Mm.
and
What's
develop
Talk
that
about it.
quarterback. So like,
So
so
talk about what
like,
you've been hearing. Then go ahead. Talk about what you've been hearing. What you text me about, or what you tweeted, message me about.
yeah. So there's a couple names they should go to, right? I know JJ McCarthy's name got floated around there. Justin
Oh
Fields'
wow.
name is floated around with the Raiders because of Champ Kelly and plus Pierce and Brady really like him. I also heard who's the backup for Jacksonville? Who's been playing for in Spider Trap?
Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Mac Jones, that's my dude. Mac Jones. I've also heard his name and Zach Wilson's popped up as well. So they could take one of those guys, whoever they decide. Right. Sam Darnold probably goes back to Minnesota, but he's also a name I say to watch as well. If
Yeah.
they
They
don't,
throw the
if they
bag at him.
decide
He's
they
gonna go
don't,
there.
right? If you throw the bag at him, he might go there. So
Going.
the Raiders can always go sign a guy in free agency like 1-2 year deal that's cheap, right? Sign him like 8-9 mil a year, right? Draft a guy in like the second or third round. Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart. Anyway,
Mhm.
I wouldn't
draft
touch
one
him.
of them guys, right? No, Jackson Dart is nice though.
He's
He's
garbage.
solid.
That
No,
guy.
he's
I
solid,
say you
bro.
like this.
He's
Jackson
solid.
Dart. I say Jackson Dart is
He's
he's
solid.
okay. I think he needs development.
He needs development. Like most of these guys in this draft, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It's not a strong draft class for quarterback. It's not. A lot of these guys need development, and that's why I think a lot of these guys need to sit for a year, some 2, maybe more years. That's why I know people are saying Drew Howard might come out. I'm like, even if he does, I don't think he should hit the field year one. I
I
don't
think I
know.
think I think I'm not gonna say he's mediocre. I'm gonna say he's close to good. The problem with them is they
It's
they
the
just want to throw the
offense
ball
they
all over the
run.
damn place. Yeah, the
That's
offense
right.
don't.
It's
Yeah,
it's the offense they run. The offense isn't really that great, so his numbers look better than probably what they would be in the NFL. But that's why I say sit him a couple years. He
but
shouldn't
they want
see
him to
the
be
field.
Superman.
What?
They want him to be Superman. They trying to
That's
they
the
play him like
problem.
they want him to be Superman. Like he's not built for that. He
Hey,
got the
hey,
Right? He's
talent,
not.
but he's
I,
not. He don't have the moxie for it.
Like
I,
I think if you put Jackson Dart on a team like the Rams to sit behind someone like Matthew Stafford,
Oh yeah, he gonna
right?
cook.
they already got
Then
Stephen
he would
Billy. They don't
be
need him.
decent. What?
Well,
They already
we
got
Uh,
just
Stephen
throwing
Billy.
out
They
we
don't
just
need
throwing
him.
out a name though.
I'm
He
just
could, you know
using
what he
that
can
as
go
an
to?
example.
He can go to Seattle though. He can go to somebody like Seattle.
Right, that's what I'm
You know,
saying. Like somewhere like that where they have an established vet there, right? Put
yeah,
him behind like Gino or like Matt Stafford or something like that, right? Where he doesn't have to see the field and he can develop for a couple of years. Like the Packers did it with Jordan Love. I don't know why that's a problem for people. I don't understand. Like some people just aren't ready to hit the field year one. They're not.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
okay though. That's not a bad thing. They could
Like
still be that guy.
The
But
Giants better not draft a quarterback and not get a veteran in there. If they do, they
No,
exactly.
they not gonna get a quarterback. They cooked. I think the Giants is
well.
one of the
Like
most.
So you think
like
Tennessee and Cleveland gonna both pick quarterbacks?
But man, if I was Cleveland, like man, golly,
Cleveland needs a quarterback now because
Would you pass on Cam Ward?
Apparently Deshaun Watson suffered a setback, so they taking
Yeah.
a quarterback anyway.
You gotta take Cam
Um,
Ward, man. That
right,
makes
they
way too
taking a
much
quarterback.
Okay.
sense.
Who y'all think? Oh, so who y'all think Tennessee gonna take?
Uh,
Shador,
You think
ooh,
Watson?
Shador,
no, I think
Shador.
I don't know.
Unless he pulls an Eli Shador.
I mean, he could go there
Um,
because I think what's his name Callahan is a decent head coach. I think he
He
decent.
is.
I don't know, man. Ooh.
It depends. Like I said, if he doesn't pull Eli Shador,
Oh.
But see, here's the thing: if he goes to Tennessee, right? If I was them, I would let Levis start for another year or so. Let him,
no, Levis can't. No,
but hold on, listen,
Because
because if
Levis
he go,
isn't even a service. You need a serviceable guy that you can trust. Like Levis, you just
oh, he sucks.
because he's just not. He's not good
But I'm
enough
just
to
saying,
be
I don't want
like
them to throw
a
Shador out there.
bridge. Like
You know what I'm saying?
you need someone like I said, you need someone decent. Like even see, it's not even a good free agent quarterback class either though. Maybe someone like Jameis, although Jameis can get reckless at times. But
So
someone like that, you need someone you can trust that you can know hold down the fort. Maybe Jacoby Brissett, someone like that, or Jimmy Garoppolo, someone you know you can trust to get through at least halfway through the season. Will Levis wouldn't make it halfway through the season. I'm telling
okay,
you right now, he wouldn't.
so we'll say Shador to Tennessee, and then who Cleveland get?
They
Cam
need
Ward,
to get
Cam
more.
Cam
Ward.
Ward.
So the Giants are stuck with who they gonna get?
The Giants are just screwed at that point. I mean,
They
they
take
stinky.
Travis. They take Travis.
Because
I
they
think they're gonna
don't
take
they already
Travis.
have their tackles? The Giants got tackles, right? They got decent tackles, right?
Yeah.
They don't need a tackle. Okay.
They don't have a
And
right
then
tackle.
oh, okay. I thought they did. Didn't he get hurt? Or maybe that's another team.
Jermaine whatever that dude's name is, El
They need
Mior
more.
or whatever. I
They
can't
need,
pronounce his
they
name.
need more interior.
Yeah, don't they? Yeah, I thought they needed like a guard or
They
something.
need right tackle, right guard, left guard.
Okay. So then, okay, so New England.
Evan
So
Neal is just he's a backup. He
New
shouldn't be
New
your
England
starter.
New England will be taking Kelvin Banks.
you think they're gonna
They
take him?
gonna
Oh, don't
they
say
gonna
that
end
near
up
me. Don't say that near me.
they're gonna
Don't
end
do
up
that.
getting Vrabel. They're gonna end up getting Vrabel, and that's gonna be the first pick.
I
Don't
mean,
do that to me,
it
bro.
will make sense because you
They
take
need a
Banks, right?
tackle.
You
They
need a
need a left
tackle,
tackle.
and you got a good running back in Stevenson, so it will make sense to take him. Like why
They
would
need
you
a
not?
left tackle. Dang, don't say that near me, bro.
Okay, so then Jacksonville. Who Jacksonville y'all think? You gonna go
Probably Will
Travis.
Johnson.
Travis.
Will Johnson.
Will Johnson? Well, we said Travis
Oh wait.
going to
Oh,
we
we
said
said
Travis
Travis.
going to
Sorry.
Giants.
Then
They'll take Will Johnson.
Mason Graham.
You think
I
Jacksonville
don't
will get
think
Mason? And you said
that's too
Will?
much money to be trying to give because you already got a lot of dudes in that defensive line. I don't think
Yeah.
they want to put themselves into a position where they're paying
They
all
don't
them
need a
guys months.
corner
That's
though.
way too
But
much
have
money.
but haven't they drafted tackle? Haven't they got a bunch of defensive guys the last 4 years?
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
So I think they'll go Will Johnson. I'm gonna have to agree with Zay on that one. Because why would you
I
go
don't.
draft
I don't
another
think Will
defensive
Johnson
guy?
goes
You're not
before
gonna.
Mason Graham though.
You're not
I
gonna.
don't think
You
he
like
goes
that's just
before
way
Mason.
too much money. They don't have the. They're not gonna have the money to be able to pay all them guys.
What I
It's not
mean,
gonna happen.
if Mason Graham goes, I think the Giants. I mean, I'm not the Patriots would get him then.
Okay, yeah, I think
No,
Mason goes before
I
Will.
just don't see. I just don't see the Patriots doing it. I think they gonna take a tackle.
I mean, I'm just saying. He's saying Mason
They
should
need
go before
everything.
Will.
See, that's the thing. A lot of these teams we're naming off need everything. So they're
Yeah.
probably going to take who they feel is the number one player on their board, right?
Hmm.
Whether that's defense or offense. They're going to
Okay.
take the number one player on their board. So
So this, so
again,
just for no, go
I
ahead.
think I think if Mason Graham is available to New England, I wouldn't be shocked if New England took him. I would not.
Okay. So
They
we
need
keep
a
in mind.
defensive tackle.
Okay, so then we drop down to the Raiders at 6. Who they gonna get? Who y'all think?
Tetero McMillan.
McMillan? Because they need another receiver.
I would really hope
Yep.
they wouldn't do that.
I mean, who's left? Who's left? There ain't no quarterbacks until the second round, really.
I would probably go defense if I was the Raiders.
Who would you get for them then? So they
Their
decent on
defense
defense.
is pretty good right now.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was the Raiders, I'd take Michael Williams.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
you could take him. That would be
Yeah, I guess
give
they
him
need
optimism now.
linebacker help.
Yeah.
I mean, they
Okay.
have Spillane, though. Spillane's been good for them.
Yes. Okay. The Jets are 7.
Oh, he's an edge rusher.
Yeah,
he
slash
is.
linebacker, though.
Who the Jets taking? Who y'all think?
At least you talking about what you thinking about
Will
Walker.
Campbell.
You think they? Oh, so Will drops down to 7. Okay.
Yeah.
Carolina. Who did we
Abdul
say?
Carter.
Abdul Carter. Right. We did say that. New Orleans is number 9. That's a tough one.
Michael Walker. Or
Offense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who they gonna take though? What they
McMillan.
gonna
Luther Burden. McMillan's already gone. Luther Burden.
the receiver from the Illinois?
No, Missouri.
Missouri. I'm sorry, Missouri. Yeah, Missouri.
Luther
That's a
Burden
good-
the third.
That's a good choice because they don't have a what's his
They
name?
don't really have a
Speedster.
receiver
Nah, they got,
outside of Olave, who
but they got the
needs
other
to learn
guy.
how to stay on the field.
They got
but
the
other
other
than
guy
that-
got hurt. What's his name? The one, the speedster. I forget his name. Number 22. Damn, what's his name? Shoot.
Cedric Wilson,
No, it's no man. It'll come to me.
A.T. Perry.
No, it's not him. It'll come to me later. I'll look it up in
okay.
a minute. But then the Bears at 10. So who y'all think they're gonna get? 'Cause
Kelvin Banks.
Kelvin Banks.
Or I pondered this one because at 10, there's going to be a lot of options for me at 10.
Mhm.
I would
It
go.
wouldn't
I
shock-
would go if Kelvin Banks is there at 10. I would go Kelvin Banks.
It wouldn't shock me if they picked that edge rusher from Georgia.
But see, that's my problem.
So I'm gonna look at Bleacher Report. I'm gonna read out who they got. They did their little mock. So they got
That's my
Shador.
problem. I don't mind us taking defense. I don't. But if Kelvin Banks is there, I'm just going to have a hard time leaving him there on the
Well,
board.
if he's there, it's raps.
Like,
So,
like
yeah,
I,
New
I would be,
England- who said Will
I wouldn't
Johnson?
be disappointed, but I'd be upset at the Bears if they left Kelvin Banks on the board and he's there
If
and you
he's
take
still there, they got to
somebody.
get him. They got to
Like, you take somebody like an edge rusher. Unless it's Mason Graham. Like, if Kelvin Banks is there, you take him at 10. Like, that's the no-brainer pick to me.
So here's what they got on Bleacher Report. They got Will Johnson going to the Patriots.
At 3?
At 4.
Damn. Okay. Who are the top 3?
The same what we said.
So, Shador, Cam, and Travis.
Travis.
Okay.
Yeah, no different. Then they went Will Johnson, which again we said if New England was number 2, they should take Travis because that will get them to elite corners.
Yeah.
Gonzalez already. So
Yeah,
Will
they
Johnson
have
is not
Gonzalez.
a stretch for me.
It's
if you go
not.
Johnson and Gonzalez, that makes their.
Oh, yeah, that's a solid That's a solid QB duo or
And
cornerback duo.
then they got Jacksonville getting Mason Graham, which
That's what I thought. That's what I'm saying. If Mason Gray was there for Jacksonville, I would not be shocked if Jacksonville took him. Because you know they're probably kicking themselves for passing on Aiden Hutchinson and taking Trayvon Walker. So
and then I think you said didn't you say McMillan to the Raiders? To the Raiders?
yes.
Yep. McMillan to the Raiders. And then they said Abdul Carter to the Jets, which y'all that's what y'all said. Malachi Starks to the Carolina Panthers. That's what they got.
As
He's
the
good. He's
safety,
good.
he's
He's
good,
good,
but
man.
that's damn high. They
Number
need a
eight.
He's
safety
good.
though.
And then they
Pair
said
him with J.C. Horn is goaded
He
though.
can really play corner.
He could play corner. That's why I said you put him with J.C. Horn. Shoo,
they
that'd be
got Nick.
nuts.
They got Nick Scorton from Texas A&M going to New Orleans.
I can see that. I like Scorton's tape a lot though. I like him a lot
And then the Bears, they got Will Campbell.
over Kelvin Banks. I don't know about that one. I don't hate Will Campbell. I
That's
don't.
why I don't
I think
trust. That's why I don't like Bleacher
he's
Report
my
because they
offensive tackle too, but a lot of people say he's got shorter arms, so he might go to guard. And if that's the case, I want a left tackle. Like I want like a tackle, right? If Kelvin Banks is there and he got the arm length, I'm taking Kelvin Banks over Will Campbell, and I like Will Campbell. Like I heard his speech the other day he had talking about mentoring the young guys. He made me want to put some pads on.
They got Banks falling all the way to 18th to the
I
Seattle
don't
Seahawks.
I don't believe that. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Yeah,
Kelvin Banks dropping to 18.
yeah, that's
I don't. But yeah, I don't buy that.
that's
I don't.
big trip.
I don't buy that because
They
who's
got the
after
dude.
us?
They got the dude from They got the dude from Missouri going before him. Armin Mimbu or I don't know how you say it. MEM.
The tackle?
Yeah, the guy from Missouri. They got him going to Miami
Wow.
at 13, and then they got Ibuka going at 12 to the Cowboys. And
I see a
they
book. I
got-
see the Cowboys taking Genty, but I don't hate
got
Ibuka
Jade.
either.
They got Jade Barron from Texas going to the 49ers.
There's no way if the Bears don't take Kelvin Banks, I can see him going to Miami. There's no way because they're gonna need a
Bears?
Teron Armstead replacement anyway because he
If the
might
Bears-
retire.
Yeah,
If the Bears don't take him, they need to be fired. They all just need to freaking
Right,
get on the
I'm
field.
serious. So, again, that's no knock at Will Campbell. I like Will Campbell, but a lot of people are saying he's going to be playing guard, and if that's the case, yes, the Bears need a guard. Don't get me wrong, they do, but in my eyes, you also need a blindside protector for freaking Caleb Williams. So, if you have a chance to upgrade Braxton Jones, who he's serviceable, he's not terrible. I get all that. Not a high bar, though. But if you have a chance to upgrade at left tackle, you do so to protect your asset, protect Caleb Williams. If Kelvin Banks is there, take Kelvin Banks. If he's not, and Will Campbell's, you feel like Will Campbell's the next best guy on your board, fine, take him. It's still an offensive lineman. I will not complain. Just my preference between the two. I would take Kelvin Banks because he's more of a pure tackle than Will Campbell. That's all. But but I also think, let me say this though. I think Will Campbell can play tackle in the NFL. Rashawn Slater plays with 32-inch arms. So does Bernard Ryman. They're both left tackles, and they're two of the best left tackles in the league.
Yeah, my bad.
So,
Julius.
so they can play. You can play left tackle with short arms. You just gotta, you gotta be willing to live with that. Heck, even the Colts right tackle has 32-inch arms. So both their tackles have 32 or shorter arms, and they play just fine at their tackle spots. Rashawn Slater plays with 32-inch arms and is a beast at left tackle. Made the Pro Bowl again. So
I want that dude at left tackle. If it's me, I'm throwing him because he's been playing left tackle for so long.
Who?
I want to keep him at left tackle.
Who?
Banks or Williams?
I want
Campbell?
Will.
Yeah,
I want him at
Campbell.
left
That's what I'm
tackle.
saying. I was telling someone that earlier. I forget who it was. I'm like, I would try him at tackle first. I'm like, even if his arms are short, he's a really good left tackle. He can play left tackle. I just think that people get, they have these predetermined notions. Oh, he has short arms. He can't play tackle. Why not?
Mm.
Let him try it. If he shows he's capable of playing left tackle and being really good at it with short arms, let him play it. There's plenty of guys in the league playing with 32-inch arms at the tackle spot. It's not impossible. It can
Mm-hmm.
happen.
Yeah, I
Especially if you have good footwork and a good base, you can play with 32-inch
and,
arms at
and
tackle.
he's
Yes, you
he's
can.
strong. He's strong enough to play.
Yes,
He's
he
strong
is.
enough to play that position
Yes,
with
he
his arms
is.
being short.
Yes,
So
he
he
is.
got a good anchor though. If he got
Yes,
a
he
good anchor, he
does.
should be all
And
right.
that's why Peter Skoronski couldn't do it because he didn't have a strong enough anchor to do so. So they had to put him at guard.
Yeah.
But
This
Will Campbell has a strong enough anchor and has really, really, really good footwork that he could do it. He could play left tackle with short arms.
this kid is
Hey, Joe
literally
Tooney is doing it.
this
Mm.
kid is
Joe
literally the
Tooney's doing it
Slater
right
of the
now.
freaking
He's
draft.
he's the Chiefs left guard, but he's been playing left tackle for them, and he's done really well. You could do it if you have a good enough anchor, good enough footwork, and good hand placement. You could absolutely do it.
Mm.
No
Dude is literally
excuses why I see people saying, "Oh, Will Campbell, he's a guard." Why? Try him
Mm.
at tackle first. See if he can do
So
it.
they already
If he
on.
can
he's
do it, leave
literally
him there.
he's
What you
literally the
say?
Slater of the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Rashawn Slater. That's my confidence. Him and Bernard Ryman. Short
I don't know.
guys with short arms, but they have good anchors and good footwork.
I
I
just
think
think he's got better technique than Bernard Raymond, in my opinion.
Coming out,
Raymond,
yes. Coming
Raymond's
out,
just a
I
big dude.
agree. Coming out, but over if you've watched Ryman over these past 3 years, he's only gotten better. Coming out, I agree. His technique is better. But you look at Ryman now compared to when he first came, oh, his technique has improved a lot. He's one of my favorite
He just
tackles in the league.
he
He's a
benefited
really
from
good tackle.
he benefited from being so damn big. Like he
Yeah.
had it, you know what I'm saying? So he had time to develop all the other stuff, but he was so damn big. It's like, well, we just put him over there and let him trial by fire, and he's gotten better every year. So,
Yeah, he's gotten better every year. I love
but
Bernard
I
Ryman tape.
but I think what Lisa's saying is right. Like you put Campbell out there, hey, he got the technique. He just gotta, you know what I'm saying? He just gotta
And he's a
learn
big
how to
guy. He's a big dude.
yeah.
So it's not like he's some small tackle, right? Like he could do it. He could play tackle. You just got to give him the opportunity to. But also,
Yeah.
and I say this because some people say Kelvin Banks will be a guard, and that's because he's not tall. I'm like, that's because he's 6'4". I don't care if he's 6'4". He can play tackle, bro. Like, I don't care about a dude's size or
Every
weight
tackle
for that
ain't
matter.
6'8". What are we talking about? Every
What?
tackle is not. Every tackle is
Right,
not 6'8".
exactly.
Like, what are we talking
Exactly.
about, man?
Like, he's 6'4", but a really good left tackle. Good in pass protection. Good at run blocking. Like, when he
Hey,
played well against some of the best edge rushers in the SEC. So, like,
that kid,
what?
that kid is so
Like, what?
strong, man.
Yeah, he is.
When I was
I
Exactly.
telling
like
you,
this interview. I ain't gonna lie,
look,
but yeah, I saw it. I was like,
look,
I like this.
look. When I seen him hit, because I can squat around where he's at. When I see him squat like that, hit that squat for one rep and smile at the camera, I'm like, this dude is
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Different.
Like,
Yeah.
dude, like, there was a tackle last year. Troy Fatanu. He's 6'4", and people are like, oh, he should play guard. He's not tall enough. What? Like, why
Hey
isn't he
y'all.
tall enough?
Hey
What up,
y'all.
Ray?
What's up, boss man?
What up,
Hey,
Ray?
what's going on,
What's
How you
good,
family?
doing?
Ray?
Like,
What
what? I don't get why he's got to be 6'5" or
Good,
above to
Ray.
play
You don't need
tackle.
to be
If he's
6'5".
6'4" and can play tackle, stick the man at tackle. I don't want no excuses. Kelvin Banks and Will Campbell can't play tackle. Put him at
Either
tackle.
or, it don't matter. Get one
It
of
do
them.
not matter, bro. Quit with the guard nonsense. I hate that. Hate that notion.
What's up, Ray? What's going on?
Hi,
I
Ray.
just came to tell you guys I love you. I just popped in. I was over making just working on the next show at
Yeah.
3:00. Just doing that. So I just popped
Oh,
in
yeah.
because we've been talking in the group chat or whatever, but I hadn't seen y'all faces and
You miss me the most, y'all.
absolutely
We're getting this on tape.
because we haven't done a original
Told you.
trifecta in a very long
Exactly. He missed me the most. I was the
I miss you
OG.
guys.
I'm the A.
Nah,
You
you
know
know, yeah,
that.
it's
You are
like,
the A.
we
You are
I'm
the
the
man,
A.
I promise you, man. I swear I was just talking to you about this earlier. Like everybody been so busy lately. Like none of us have talked. None of that. It's just everybody's got their own stuff. You was in NY for a while.
Yep.
Zay been doing his thing. Me and Elise, we talked periodically, but she had her surgery and all that. And I've been dealing with other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we haven't really had a chance to really, like, yeah, we talk in the group chats, but it's not like we ain't had a chance to have
like talk. Yeah.
Yeah. So but everybody been so busy. It's like, well, hey, now it's like New Year. Hey, let's catch up. You know what I'm saying? So,
Adulting.
Yes, that's why I popped in. I said, let me go over here and say what's up to my people. So, just to wish y'all New Year.
I know it's 2025 now.
Yeah, we gotta.
I'm about to be a quarter of a century years old, y'all. I'm getting old.
So who you want the Bears to get in the draft, Ray? And who you want the
You
Bears
better
to
say a
get
tackle. If he don't say any, it better be a tackle.
So who you want the Bears to hire as head coach, and who you want them to draft?
To keep it a buck, you really want to know who I really want for head coach?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's my man in Minnesota?
Brian
you want
Flores.
that Rabel Flores? I mean,
No, Flores.
Brian Flores. I'm not opposed to that. I don't know
Hey,
why.
I'm not opposed to that either.
Because he got.
I like it too.
He got the bad end of the stick. Those guys love playing for him. He held people accountable. The number one thing that the Bears missing is accountability. He was a no nonsense. He didn't play no game, so on and so forth. Man, he got the bad end of it. He got screwed.
That's why I said there's more to that Tua situation than they're letting out.
Yeah, like it was bad. And
I just think that situation, they were forced on each other, and they never really had a chance to have a man-to-man conversation because too many people were involved. So since those two never had a man-to-man conversation, all the messages became convoluted. So then when they finally both came out and said their statements, they're like, oh shit, it wasn't as bad as we both thought, but everybody else made it worse. But they never allowed them two to talk it out, and that's the problem.
I mean, you look what he's done in Minnesota. He's really he really put his name back out there by the way that Minnesota played the game of football on his side of the ball.
Except last night. Yeah.
But I mean, and the fact that Jared Mayo just got screwed, and
Jared Mayo got done dirty. I'm still mad about that, bro.
Yeah, it's grimy, but that's the world we live in the NFL, which is also
no, bro. Let's be for real. We know why they did it, bro.
Jared Mayo.
I'm sick of the nonsense, bro.
He got fired.
Got dirty, bro.
He got fired
because what?
They trying to get old boy from the Browns, Vrabel. That's one and done. That's a done deal.
Right.
So you give the brother the short end of the stick?
That's why
Vrabel was a good coach. He's a good coach.
We all had that look like they hired Mayo.
Yeah.
Y'all knew what time it was.
But the reports was that it was a succession deal that was made with Bill Belichick leaving. You know what I'm saying? So he made that happen for Jared Mayo on his way out, basically. But now they said, well, we held up our end of the deal. See you later, buddy.
Like that is just
I'm pretty sure Mike Vrabel goes there. If Ben Johnson comes, I'm not gonna be mad, but I don't really care who it is. As long as the person comes in and holds them accountable.
I gotta put a disclaimer with Ben Johnson is, and Bears fans will hate me. They could cry about it. Ben Johnson's okay, right? Like I know people look at the offense that the Lions put up, like the numbers they put up. Let's think about this, right? Do we have Penei Sewell sitting on our roster?
Hell no, we ain't got Taylor Decker.
Okay. Do we have a Jahmyr Gibbs sitting on our roster?
No.
Okay. Didn't think so. I mean,
the center. We don't even have a center.
Hey,
Frank Ragnow. Do we have a Frank Ragnow sitting on our roster?
No. Ray. The one good thing about Flores. The one good thing about Flores is he makes George feel uncomfortable. That's the best thing.
That's true.
So let me ask you something.
Also, here's my question: what kind of offense does that offense work for someone like Caleb Williams? Jared Goff is not a mobile guy. He's a pocket guy, right? Y'all would consider him a pocket passer, right? Does his offense fit someone like Caleb Williams who does have the mobility to use his legs? That's just my question. Because I haven't seen it because Goff isn't a mobile guy.
So, a couple of things, right? We talked about this on the show. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. Is Caleb gonna be able to adjust his game to use his tight end? Because he don't use them. And what's his
And
face
Ben
with the
Johnson
Detroit
uses
offense?
Sam Laporta a lot.
A lot. And Caleb don't use Everett or Komet at all. So how are you going to transform that in 1 year? It's not going to happen because Caleb ain't used his tight ends in what 3-4 years? Really?
I think Cole in general, I think he plays better, in my opinion, I just think he plays better at the start of the season. I just think whenever it's a new environment for Cole plays better. That's just personally my opinion. And that
Well, even
I might be the majority of that.
but I think Cole plays good. It's just they don't. It's the same, bro. It's the same conversation we was having last year about Cole. Remember, everybody was mad when Cole wasn't performing in the middle of the season. But guess who was in quarterback? Tyson. When Justin came back, guess who numbers went up? Greg Mamon, right? Komet, right? Because they started using him. So I don't hold Komet wholly responsible for his down season because could he have played better? Absolutely. We know that we said this. But we saw yesterday. Caleb looked at that man in his face and didn't throw the ball a couple of times. So you tell me Ben Johnson will come in here and tell Caleb to all of a sudden, hey, you gotta use your tight ends. He looks at his tight ends and don't throw in the ball. So you think you're gonna get him to say it because you're Ben Johnson? No. And again, this is something I talked with you about this earlier today. Offensive coordinators are so meticulous, and it's so many details. Has Ben Johnson ever had to basically scale it back his play calling so he can deal with a whole team? Because guess what? It's the
No.
same thing I said about Thomas Brown. You
Yep.
made him the head coach when they were doing good with him and Caleb, where they were building chemistry. Then you made him the head coach. So now you took his responsibility from just this little part. Now he got the whole thing. And that's why they struggle, in my opinion, them first couple,
Hey,
all them games that he started because his responsibilities were spread out. It's not easy calling plays and being the head coach. Everybody ain't built like that.
yeah.
So
Hey
you tell
Julie.
me Ben Johnson built like that? I don't know, man.
Hey
Right, we
Julius.
haven't seen it.
I agree with what you're saying 100%. But I just think when Detroit, and at least you can correct me if I'm wrong, they didn't really use Sam Laporta at the start of the season. It wasn't until the
That's because
back
Sam
end when
was
they
hurt.
really started
That's
using
because
him.
Sam was hurt
Who hurt?
Was
at the
it
beginning
Sam
of the
was hurt?
season. Yeah, Sam was
Was it
hurt.
Sam being
Yes.
hurt? Because they like even when he was healthy, I felt like they didn't use him enough. It
He
came
was hurt.
until
I'm telling you,
But
he
he
was
was
hurt.
one
He had a
prior week when they
lingering
started using him.
but
he
they
had a
used him last year
lingering
though, Zay, when he was hurt. I mean, he was
yeah,
healthy. They used him last year though.
he was hurt at the beginning of the year. Like it was a pretty bad injury. I forget what it was, shoulder or something. Like he just wasn't healthy at the beginning of the year. Like his rookie year, like if you go back and look at his rookie year, he was productive from week 1 to the end of the season.
He was.
Like he's now 100% healthy. That's why he's making more plays and they're using him a lot more. He just wasn't healthy at the beginning of the year. That's why his production wasn't there. He
Yeah,
just was not healthy.
I just don't know what Ben is gonna do with three receivers. He arguably has more weapons
He
than he
got
do in
3 receivers
Chicago.
now, and you see
But
what
they're
he does
not
with them.
with the exception of St. Brown. Them receivers aren't to the caliber of what we have. Like our
No,
back.
yeah,
JMO?
yeah. J-Mo is. J-Mo is.
J-Mo over Keenan.
JMO is.
J-Mo not better than Keenan right now.
What?
Oh, all around? All
All
around, no.
around, he's
I
not
agree with
better
Zay.
than Keenan.
I agree with Zay. J-Mo is
Right
the
now,
J-Mo.
you would take Keenan over JMO.
As of
If,
right now, I'm taking Keenan Allen because he's a great route
No, I'm
runner.
not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm
well,
not.
J-Mo is not a
okay.
better
No,
route
I'm
runner
not.
than Keenan.
So here's the question: if you put Keenan Allen on the Lions and put J-Mo on the Bears, who's better?
I think Keenan
Keenan.
is better with the Lions.
Exactly. So
He's better with the Lions.
You could put Keenan on 32 teams and he's gonna be better than J-Mo. You know this. I
No,
get
not
what
on
you're saying
32
about
teams. Not on 32
yes, he
teams, though.
will. Who
No.
come on, man.
Yeah, Keenan, he got good route running.
No.
Could you imagine
Like
him with
JMO,
Ben?
stop it, bro. The JMO disrespect is crazy.
Who's
It's not
disrespecting
disrespect.
him?
It's
Who's
not disrespect.
disrespecting him?
Keenan
He's
has done
not
it for so long.
Keenan is a
He's
better all-around receiver. J-Mo is a speedster.
No way,
He
bro.
just he got
No
more
way.
speed.
J-Mo is coming around. Keenan has done this for
Hey,
years.
Yeah, I'm
hey,
saying I'm not disrespecting J-Mo. I'm saying J-Mo. I like
Nah,
his
bro.
extension. I like the
hey,
way
I'm
I
taking
think J-Mo
JMO
has
10 times out of 10 over Keenan
still
Allen
lying.
right now, today.
Still lying.
Right now, today.
No,
Hey,
I'm not.
Look,
Sorry.
look.
family. Hold on one second. Let me just say that I love you guys. I'm gonna get off of this. I know you guys got to run your show. I just
Yeah, we
popped
finna
in
get
so
off.
I can say what's up to my people. You guys have been killing it. Make sure that y'all follow Ray's Juke Joint on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us on X. Follow every personality on the channel because we're all doing the work. Adding in the bad guy, integrating the bad guy radio with us. It's been wonderful. So we got the bad guy radio doing their thing on the channel on YouTube. We adding another show coming Wednesday. Can't wait for that one. We're just doing a lot of different things on the channel. So if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe, hit the like button, share it. And if you're on Twitter, man, slide over to YouTube for us and subscribe for us. Okay. Appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All right.
Appreciate
So
y'all comments.
Yeah, appreciate
likes,
it.
and these
support, all that.
three right here, I'm just glad to see them back together, all three of them. And shout out to Bishop. I hope all is well with him. I hope he comes back and continues to grow the channel. We're just growing, man, and I love it. And I'm starting to see everything that I had in my mind when Elise, Eric, and I started the Juke Joint. And it's starting to really become the Juke Joint where everybody comes and being able to have a voice and talk. So thank you guys. The Fair Catch crew is amazing. You guys are dope. And let's try to get a gathering at a game this year. Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of game?
At a Bears game this year. Let's do a Bears game this year.
Yeah, I
Oh,
forgot.
God.
It better be early in the season because once it gets cold, I ain't going.
Well, I got that.
Know that.
Well, guess
Once
what?
it gets cold, I ain't going.
Hey, I'm gonna put out that night.
Know that.
If Pittsburgh resigns our boy, we going to the Steelers game. I'm my
Hey,
vote.
Elise.
Oh,
It better be
got
early in the season. I'm telling you
Got
right
to.
now, I'm not sitting in the cold, bro.
Hey,
I'm not doing it.
Elise, I want you to know that Justin has changed his profile and it says he's the J in joint.
Yeah. I saw that too.
So we're
I know
I'm
he
the
lying.
R, you're the A, you're and Eric's the E, but he's the J.
Yeah. There is no J.
Because
There
it's
is
Jay
no J.
Targaryen.
Because it's Jay
That's the reason.
Yeah, I don't
Targaryen,
care
so
about
it's
Jay
the
Targaryen.
J-
How about that?
the Juke
I don't
Joint.
care about Jay
We
Targaryen.
gotta
love
get
Dress
him under
warm.
control easily.
Bro, I do dress warm. Actually,
Love you
no,
guys.
if I
I'll
went
see
to a
y'all
cold
later.
weather game, you would see me with long sleeves and shorts on, actually, to be honest.
Jay say I only report to Julius on that front.
This dude.
No, you better
Hey,
lawyer
Justin
up,
is
Justin.
crazy, man.
I'm suing you, Justin. You better lawyer up right now. Don't play with
But
me.
anyway,
You better lawyer up, bud.
we
But
ain't
anyway,
gonna stay alone. We'll try to we'll be on next week. We'll talk some more because the playoffs. So we'll go to the end to the Super Bowl and then
but hey, if they do re-sign my guy, though, bro, I will go. But it better be in the beginning of the season. I'm not even kidding, bro. I'm not playing because I'm not trying to sit in the cold, bro. Okay, real talk. I've sat in cold weather games. Don't get me wrong, they're not bad, but if it's in like September or October, I'll do it because it's not as bad. I
Hey,
sat in the monsoon game. That monsoon game was crazy, though.
check this out, y'all. I've never been to a Bears game. Never.
not even
You
preseason.
should go. They're
Never
pretty
preseason.
fun.
Never.
They're pretty fun.
Good,
That
man.
monsoon game was probably the best game I went to, and that's because it literally didn't even start downpouring until the end of the fourth quarter when the game was starting to get good. It was great.
Yeah.
I was drenched for
No.
like the whole train ride home, but it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about it more. We'll
Slip
see
and slide, all of that.
We'll see if any word comes out about the interviews. I'm sure some people, some word to come out. I'm sure some of y'all was ragging on Sears Tower. Like I'm sure he gonna have some.
You're ragging on Sears Tower, but Sears
can
Tower
we
has
just
been
can we
on the money today.
he
He
been
even
he been
called for Antonio
bro
Pierce staying
Did he?
in 2025 before Antonio
Did he?
Pierce announced it. Yes, he did. Yes, he
see
did.
what's so surprising is I did not think
Sears Tower is the GOAT.
Jacksonville was gonna keep Trent Baalke.
Oh my
Them
God.
keeping
I
him,
didn't either.
they're
Sean
not gonna get
Kahn's an
Ben.
idiot. Sean
They're
Kahn
not
is
getting Ben.
a total idiot. They're not going to get any good coaching candidates, bro. Sean
They're
Kahn
not
is an idiot.
they're not getting Ben. That's out.
Oh, he's
They're,
not going
they're
there.
not getting anybody good. They're not
No.
getting anybody good.
No.
No,
Nobody
who
can
wants
go
to
there
work
with
with
that.
Trent Baalke, bro?
Nobody.
Which if
Nobody.
you
Exactly.
if you identify and Ben is a leader and you come to the conclusion of that, it makes no reason why he shouldn't be the
I mean,
coach.
Yeah.
exactly, bro. Like, who wants to work with Trent Baalke? Be for real, bro. Nobody. Like, bro, what is Shad Khan doing? That's why your franchise is poverty.
I'm so happy
You
they
should
kept him. Oh my god.
you should just give it to your son, who already is what, part owner of WWE or something.
He part on
Might
the
as well just get
AEW. But his
oh
son is trash
AWE
too.
or
His
whatever.
son is trash too from a business standpoint as well. So what the heck he gonna do with him? His son is garbage on the wrestling side. He
See.
garbage.
But we're gonna talk about it next week, man, because obviously we'll
Two
see what happens.
clowns, bro.
We'll see if
They the
anybody gets
clown
hired.
emojis with the mustache. That's what they are. They the clown emojis with the
We're gonna
mustache.
see we'll have our first playoff game being streamed. Who is it? The Steelers and who is it?
Saturday. It's the Chargers and whoever they're
I
playing.
thought it was
Houston.
the Steelers. Houston. Oh, maybe
No,
Chargers.
Houston.
Okay.
They're first, and then the Steelers and Ravens play on Prime Video
On
on
Prime, the first
Saturday.
ever game streaming.
On Prime Video.
Playoff game streaming. So yeah, on
And
Prime
then
Video.
Sunday, it's the Bills and the Broncos Sunday afternoon, or Sunday the first game, and then it's Packers Eagles the second game, and then Commanders Bucks Sunday night. That's gonna be a good one.
That's gonna be a
And
good
then
game.
the Rams and Vikings Monday Night Football. But that Commanders Bucks game. Ooh, I'm excited for that one. That's gonna be a good one. Jaden Daniels'
Yep.
first playoff game on primetime too. Shoot.
So
I'm excited for that one. That's
have a
gonna be
lot to
good.
talk. We have a lot to talk about. Yeah, like I said, we'll do this until end of the season. Super Bowl's over, then we'll probably take a break and then come back. Probably do a couple of shows when free agency starts. And
Yeah, like once they hire people, we'll obviously do a show and stuff.
Yeah.
But like
But we're not
after
gonna
the
do
Super Bowl, yeah, like after the Super Bowl, pretty much we'll go on break
we'll
until like free agency starts.
yeah. We'll let y'all know because it don't make no sense for us to come on here and ain't nothing happening for 2 weeks. Like it's a waste of everybody's
Right.
time.
So like after the Super Bowl, it's gonna be pretty dead.
So we'll
And
come
then
back
free
in. We'll
agency.
come back for the combine. We'll do a show that week, and then we'll do
Yeah, because that's
but
the
y'all will
end
know.
of February. Yeah, you'll know. I'll know.
Yeah, and we'll and for this year, I think we're gonna like for the combine. We'll try to get some videos up so y'all can talk about them and stuff like that. And then
Oh yeah, because I usually try and go to the combine.
so we're gonna talk about that. So we'll get
we'll
to that
talk about
point,
the
but
Senior Bowl and all that stuff. So
this year we definitely gonna be doing a lot of different things. We're gonna try to get some videos on it. We're also gonna try to do video clips and stuff like that. So we're gonna try to do different things, man. But we appreciate y'all support, man. Thank y'all. It's good to be had the trio back because we hey, as y'all can see, we talk football. We don't just talk stats and all that foolishness. We ain't got time because stats don't mean nothing if people ain't doing their job. You know what I'm saying? So congratulations to the teams that made it to the playoffs. We'll see. It should be a good playoff run. In my opinion, Lamar Jackson should be MVP, but I'm pretty sure Josh Allen gonna get it. But
I agree. I'm the same way. I'm the same way. I think it should be Lamar, but they probably give it to Josh Allen. Rookie of the year is going to be Jaden Daniels and Braden Fisk for defensive player rookie of the year.
I think it's
Defensive
Micah
player of
Parsons
the
probably
year.
gonna get it. Micah Parsons.
I'll give it to Myles Garrett or. Hey, there's a lot. No, Trey
Hendrickson.
Trey Hendrickson should be in consideration.
17 sacks, I think.
Trey
17?
17 and a half sacks. Like Trey Hendrickson should be in consideration. I'm so
I
serious.
think it's gonna be Michael and Myles Garrett.
I think it needs to be
it's gonna be
McKinney.
You think
McKinney got to be in there.
Xavier McKinney?
McKinney and Joseph they both need to be in there. Those
offensive player of the year is gonna be Jahmyr Gibbs. I already know. It's gonna be either Jahmyr
get at the
Gibbs.
Saquon.
Well, he has 20 total. He has the most touchdowns in the NFL. Jahmyr Gibbs does. He has 20.
I think Saquon should be offensive player of the year.
Because they're not gonna give him MVP.
Well,
Lamar gonna get offensive player of the year in the AFC though. Easy. That's like a no brainer.
Yeah, we'll see. But
disgusting. We'll talk about it next week. We'll talk about him next week.
And then offensive player of the year, coach of the year is probably gonna be Kevin O'Connell or Dan Campbell.
Yeah, one of those.
It should be Jim Harbaugh.
That's a good choice.
Coach of the year.
I mean, I guess that's a good choice. That's not a bad choice.
But all right, y'all, let me get up out of here.
Comeback player of the year, Joe Burrow.
Yeah. Absolutely easy.
Joe
But
Burrow. It's
I
not
think
even close.
yeah,
It's
and
not
that's
even
because of the
close.
new rules too. He's
Well,
eligible.
they're talking about they're
Diva
gonna allow people to vote for Sam Darnold.
Diva receiver of the year. What's that?
I
What's
still
old
think
boy?
it should go
Jamar
to Joe
Chase.
Burrow.
Jamar Chase.
What?
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase easily. Yeah.
I
Diva
still think
receiver
it
of the
should go
year.
to Joe Burrow. Like Joe
Yeah.
Burrow
Yeah.
has been just on another level
Yeah.
this
He,
year,
he,
and he's coming back from a legitimate injury. So I think it should go to Joe Burrow. I think
so
it will
yeah,
though.
we'll talk about that next week. You know what? I'll bring up all the like all the I'll try to find the awards, what the awards are, and then we'll try to go down there. We'll talk about the playoff results, except for the
Hey,
Monday night game. But then we'll go.
congrats to Gino for getting an extra $4 million yesterday. He won the game, that got him 2 million, and then he threw for 185 plus yards, that got him another 2 million. So congrats to everyone that got their incentive based contract money.
Yeah.
Ka-ching for you, good for you, and happy birthday to my mom. It's her birthday today.
Happy birthday, Mom. We appreciate y'all again. Love y'all support. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in again. We will see y'all next week and we'll talk more. And I'm sure we'll talk even more about some of the draft guys and stuff like that or some of the things we hearing. So but appreciate y'all again. Shout out. Y'all have a good day, man.
Peace.